jumping. Yeah, look, jumping. It's jumping. The more ways in the subject. Yeah, that shit jumping. Yeah, that shit jumping. Like, go. Yeah, that shit.
We back. Second one of the day.
Yes, sir.
Putting in that work. Getting this thing in motion. All right, like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share these things with some people that you might know. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Sports Spit, and I'm your host, Jay Maurice, with my co-host,
Slick Vic, Victor Garner, what up?
Hey. Putting this thing in motion. Hey, we coming to you from the Hall of Game, where we giving you 360 degrees of game. For those that don't understand, that's game all the way around.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate you for pressing that play button and checking in with us. Thank you very much. Now, this podcast we doing this one on just the current state of the NBA.
Doing a check-in.
Yeah. Check in of where we at. We got like about a month to go
left in the season.
So we just checking in just to see where everything is at.
And I'll talk about some things. Go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead. Hey, I'm gonna let you lead this one. Go ahead. Do your thing. Put it in motion.
All right, so now it's time to start talking about some current events in the hoop world. So let's go right off the back. Let's talk about the injuries. The injury bug starting to go around, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one out the way first. Alperen Sengun out for the year, man. You know,
it was balling, man. I liked it. Even like
just had a breakout game against Wembanyama.
Hey, he was emerging. He was putting his name down as one of the players, one of the top centers in the league. Like, hey, I'm here.
Definitely. And I don't think a lot of people would have said that before this season, but I didn't make a statement yet, but is he the Rockets' best player? Like, I think he's the Rockets' best player. Like, Jalen Green is kind of just a guy. I mean, you know.
Just a guy?
Yeah.
That young boy, I ain't going with just a guy.
He'll do some highlight stuff.
I ain't going with just a guy. He remind me of what could be that situation in Houston could be another Shaq and Kobe.
Oof, I don't see that.
Man, dude.
I mean,
Sengun, I'm saying like it could be. I ain't saying that they're gonna reach the level of a Shaq and Kobe, but you know, as far as you got a good big man and you got another guard that's just that's flashy and dynamic.
He's a lot more Gasol than he is Shaq. It's just a lot of skill. It's a lot of below the rim.
He ain't gonna be as dominant. But what I'm saying is you got the nice center with the nice guard.
The nice duo. Okay.
Yeah, that duo, yeah.
But Jalen Green ain't giving me Kobe vibes, man.
How many years he been in the league? 1 or 2?
This like
2 years.
Third
year.
I think this is third year.
Okay, come man. I'm keep telling you, gotta crawl before you walk, and you gotta walk before you run. You know,
I think I'm pretty sure Sengun came in the league after him.
Probably. But you know, being a big man, I think it's a little easier.
Now, why is that?
Because it ain't that many big men in the league, and you have you're basically playing against power forwards.
Okay, he was the 21st pick in the 2021 draft.
Who was Sengun?
Yeah.
Okay.
That actually sounds about right for Jalen too. Now I gotta look that up and see where he's at. But same draft, 2020 second pick. Okay. So he's been in the league the same amount of time.
Okay.
He's averaging 18.5 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 3.3 assists. Yeah, I like Şengün better. Like, I don't know.
Okay, hey, Şengün been playing. I can't even argue with you. I can't even go back and forth with you. As much as I want to.
I won't go do it no way.
All right, as much as I wanted to. But who else been injured besides Embiid?
Well, now let's talk about time to talk about the impactful injuries, which could impact the playoff lookout, or
the playoff landscape.
Yeah, there you go. Outlook is what I was looking for, but yeah, landscape.
Yeah.
Like you said, the Joel Embiid injury.
Mm-hmm.
I seen he's targeted back for the first week or second week of April, which is basically the last 2 weeks of the season, either or. If he's the second week of April, that's the last week of the season.
Okay.
And then, the week before that would be 2 weeks left in the season. Well, it'd be actually 1 week left in the season. So he's basically slated to come back, around the last week of the season. How do you feel, man? Are you confident that Embiid can be Embiid then? You think he'd come back and you think he's going to be limited? You think he's going to come back and you think he might have the possibility of playing himself back into Embiid over the course of the first 2 series, maybe, to where maybe by the conference finals he can be Joel Embiid again?
I will hope so, man.
But that might be too late then, because
it might be, because they free falling.
Yeah, because in the standings right now they are 7th.
Woo!
So that's Milwaukee first round.
Woo!
That's what's playing. That ain't even Milwaukee first round. That's playing. You got to play in to make the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to be a top 6.
Yeah. So in the play-in scenario right now, they're only a half game behind Indy, so they're fighting with Indy for that 6th spot. So, but I wouldn't really pick them if Embiid's going to be out another 3 weeks or so.
Plus, I think he need to get them reps, and just in order to be the Embiid that he was before he got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he got injured, before he got injured, he was the leading candidate to be the best player in the league, MVP.
Yeah, definitely.
And then he got injured, and
Yeah, he was by far the most dominant player in the league this year.
Mm-hmm. So, did Donovan Mitchell get back, or is he still injured?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think it was anything long term though, so I wouldn't.
I know he was out a few games.
Yeah, so I wouldn't really anticipate that to impact their playoff standing too much. And right now they're 3rd in the East, so it's like I think they're fine.
Somebody on their tail, though?
I think they're fine. New York's 3 games behind them.
Okay.
So I mean, they'd be looking at they're looking at the Pacers in the first round, or maybe Philly if Philly can climb up to that 6th spot. There, like I said, they're only half game back, but I wouldn't really put my money on them with Embiid out for the next 3 weeks. So I mean, they're 3-7 in the last 10. Philly is, so I wouldn't put no money on that horse.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah. I mean, in the West, man, Cat tore his meniscus too.
No,
Cat.
No, Cat.
Cat. Yeah, okay. Cat tore his meniscus.
Carl Anthony.
Yeah. And they're kind of got the same things. They were saying
they
4 weeks.
On.
4 weeks. They were saying 4 weeks and we'll see. And right now they're number 3 in the West, 1 game behind both OKC and Denver.
But I hate to be the one to say I told you so, but I told you that they wasn't gonna hold on to that number 1 spot.
But this ain't.
But didn't I say that? I did say that. Didn't that come out my mouth?
But this wasn't a fault of their own, though. This wasn't like,
it's the season. That's how the season.
They played their way out of it. Well, anybody can get hurt. Jokic can go out there and tear his meniscus, and then they can get out of it.
That's just how the NBA seasons go. When Klay Thompson got hurt and Kevin Durant got hurt, that's why we ain't got another title in Golden State. Because people get hurt, and it throws a monkey wrench in your whole thing. It happens. When Magic got hurt back in the day, and they lost to the Pistons.
When Isaiah rolled that ankle.
Man, hey, it happens. And, I'm just saying that they wasn't going to hold the number 1 spot. I didn't know what circumstances was going to lead them to not holding the number one spot, but I just knew that they wasn't gonna hold it.
They were number one when he got hurt, though.
They were. Now what? As we breathe, as I breathe, where they at? Third.
I don't know why, y'all. Minister Toast trying to comment, man, because for some reason he a mini hater, man. I don't know.
Nah, man.
And I ain't talking about his size. He's just a mini hater.
Alright, okay. No, but I like Anthony Edwards and Carl Anthony. He you know, I like him too. I like that.
But you just hate him for some reason.
I don't know. It's almost like the Memphis Grizzlies.
Why? They ain't did nothing.
But see, listen, I like Ja and I like Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay.
But I don't like their team. I do not like their team. And you know, they down right now, and I'm sitting there like smiling like.
I mean, but at least Ja was the reason, like, that you didn't like him, though. At least Ja, because Ja was the one who was talking all the noise, you know.
But I still like the Ja.
Yeah, because he got a loud game. Yeah, he got a flashy game.
Yeah.
And Minnesota ain't even saying nothing. They're like, shit, why you hating on us, man?
I just know that they always, you know, they seem to be pretenders always at the beginning of the year.
Gobert got choked up and you still mad at him. Like, they didn't touch nobody, man. They was getting choked up and you not liking them.
Who choked him up?
Oh, we know who choked him up. Come on, man. You know. The Mad Strangler.
Oh. Hey, he like Kurt Franklin. He a stomp too.
Yeah, add some bonus. He gave him a bonus stomp.
Stomp. All my people now. Stomp. That's my guy. You talking about my guy? Yeah, that's my guy. Draymond. Shout out to you, baby.
Oh man, one punch
Draymond.
champ.
Now, that was the only thing that I wasn't really on that one.
That was some self-sabotage, right?
But everybody else, y'all can get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I just don't like it when it's
on the team.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the topic at hand.
But yeah, so Cat, man, they said they're gonna reevaluate him in 4 weeks.
Okay.
They didn't say anything about surgery or anything. Like, they gotta do something. I don't know.
Yeah, you could just come back without surgery and everything all right.
You can't come back. I don't know why they ain't saying nothing. You know, I don't know why they want to be so secretive about it, because if he either he gonna come back or he ain't. Like, you know, and whether you tell somebody he coming back or not, when they get out when they roll them balls out, like, you know, he ain't out there. Like, yeah, so it don't even matter. Like, ain't nobody gonna be scared of him either way.
Okay, now do you think that they could go far with just Rudy Gobert?
Oh no. I think they
and Ant-Man.
No, I don't think they go nowhere.
They got a nice bench though.
They do, but they missing pieces. You know, like, yeah, you said go far. They need their whole team to go far. They ain't even proven. As a 1 seed, they wasn't proven. Like, so to make some noise, for me to be confident in them, they gotta have their whole team, because right now they're gonna be locking horns with they might look like what, Phoenix in the first round or somebody like that. Like, and I'd take Phoenix if Phoenix healthy. Like, they ain't gonna make it out the first round right now. We'll say, okay, so it'd be Sac. It'd be them and Sac right now. And that's assuming they don't drop any further, which, you know, the Clippers aren't playing that great, but they're behind them, 2.5 games behind them.
Okay.
So they could drop to 4th and be playing the Pelicans. And yeah, I mean, that's a coin toss series if they play the Pelicans. Like, but other than that, I wouldn't take them against anybody else. I'd take Sacramento over them. I'd take Phoenix over them. You know.
Okay.
And if they play Golden State or the Lakers, I'd take them over them too. Like,
especially if it was Golden State
from the play-in spot.
I wouldn't be so sure about that other team you was talking about.
Well, they doing better than Golden State is.
That's all right. Let the playoffs start.
But so what are the chances you think Karl Anthony Towns comes back and is able to be himself? Considering he's younger than Embiid, but he's also got injured more recent too.
I don't know, man. That'd be hard to say. I just wish him a speedy recovery. Want him to get back on the court. Because, I mean, I think they do need all their pieces in order to make it to multiple rounds in the playoffs. And without him, I don't. He's just a vital piece in what they do. And without him, I don't see them making it past the second round.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's an integral part of their team. It's 20 points a game, not there. Like, and so I think for them to have any, I mean, just like Philly, for them to have any chance to do any, I mean, you're seeing it in Philly though. Like,
right.
They dropping like a rock, like, and so
Tyrese doing all he can, but
it ain't enough.
It ain't enough.
It ain't enough. And they in the East.
Yeah, they in the East. But the East is getting a little tougher though.
Is it? I mean,
he's still top heavy, but other than that, you know, the East is still.
Yeah, you got only team. I mean, Boston, Milwaukee are the only teams I would really be afraid of, but you always gotta keep your eye out for Michael Myers, man. Them Miami Heat, man. Like
Jay Butler.
See, they didn't drop 4 in a row, but they ain't. I seen the stat where they said they ain't got the same lineup for 80 minutes, like the whole year. They ain't had one lineup that's played 80 minutes together. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So many injuries. But once that calendar turn April, man, I don't know, man. They turn into a whole different animal, man. So I don't know. You always gotta respect the Heat as long as Jimmy Butler's there.
Right. Okay.
And so, you got one more thing to talk about. So, I hadn't really noticed this. Maybe you've noticed this. Have you noticed they've been officiating the games differently post All-Star break?
They kind of looser.
No, they're tighter.
They're tighter?
They said they're about to set a record for the month of or
March or February.
Maybe it's just a 30 days stretch period, but because I heard the stat maybe last week, they were saying they or maybe it was for February, they set a record for the fewest foul calls in a month since the 50s.
That's loose. They loose with it then.
They're tighter with yeah. I guess you're right. They're looser with
because when they tight,
yeah.
They tight.
I was thinking the whistles, but I think when they're looser with the whistles, they blow them more. But
no, that's when they tight. That's when they tight. They got all. They ready.
Yeah, but
you know, if you do anything,
right.
It ain't no foul, but bruh.
But yeah, and that's why we've had games where
they let them play.
Yeah, and
that probably came down from above.
The Knicks had I mean, it definitely. It seemed like it was a knee-jerk reaction to that All-Star game, where it's like, you know, people were. I heard David Stern. Adam Silver was like pretty pissed because they said they went into the All-Star game and they were going in the locker room talking to the players, and they were telling the players to, you know, play hard, be competitive, and then that game happened. They scored 200 points. It's like, you know, they scored 200 and it was a 20-point blowout. Like, you know, It was not competitive. It wasn't, you know, fun to watch. It wasn't, you know.
But it was fun for me to watch because I've never seen a game score that high. I mean, I know it's the All-Star game and there ain't gonna be no defense, but that was I enjoyed it. Like, man, that was, for me, that was history. Like, I've never seen a game with that much scoring in it.
Well, Uncle Adam was not pleased.
Man,
he was not.
Forget Adam.
He was not pleased.
Adam apparently had no ball. He ain't bouncing nothing. He ain't shooting nothing.
It was before. I think it was before a Laker game. It was the New York Knicks and Might have been the Milwaukee Bucks. But anyway, the game was like in the fourth quarter. It was like 70-80.
Oh yeah. See, they don't want them 80
Them rock fights.
No, they don't want them. See, those was the games in the 80s in the East. That's how the score was.
Definitely in the 90s. I don't know about the 80s, but definitely in the 90s with the Heat and Knicks games.
Yeah, they was like low scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody scored 100. The only place that you would score 100 was in the West.
Mm-hmm.
And in the West, they were scoring like 140. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
like 120 to 140. You know, they was really scoring in the West back in them days. But
Right.
those games,
But
in the East, they were boring.
right. But I don't want to bury the lead here. But like, if they continue on this trend, if this is what they want to do, and they wanted to do this right now in the middle of the season, and loosen up on play calling to where they're not calling all these ticky tack fouls and letting people go to the line and shoot
Like, no
12
play.
free throws a night. How does this impact the playoffs though? When the game when already it becomes a more physical brand of basketball, and now
Well, it becomes a half court game.
and they're starting to let players hold, and somebody got hit in the face the other day, and they called the contact unfortunate and said it was like, though the contact was unfortunate, it wasn't a foul.
Yeah.
And so now they're I think it's been dictated by the league that they let these guys play, and they have a less of an influence on the game,
and the
and
referee
the players aren't relying
man.
on the refs.
There's
to make
too
these
many
calls.
players like a la James Harden that's dependent on referee calls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's the leading person that I think when we talk about that.
But
Let them play.
But the question is, who does that favor? Who does this style favor now that the league is, it was, pace and space, to now if they're letting players hold, grab, hand check a little bit, like
Just a little bit.
yeah. Who's that favor that they're letting down, that they're going to call less fouls, and contact's going to be ruled as incidental.
Let them play. Let them play. That favors the fan.
But I'm saying
That favors the fan. We are being treated to just basketball without the slow pace of the referees stopping the game, trying to be instrumental in the game, and want to get referee famous. No, let them play. Now, what team is that? What you asking will benefit the most?
What teams benefit the most, and what teams benefit
The
least
team,
from this?
the teams that's the most physical.
Yeah.
The teams that don't shoot a lot of jump shots.
And so, who are those teams though? Who are
Like a team like Miami.
Okay, yeah.
Like a
They've
team like the
lost 4 in a
Miami
row,
Heat.
but
Yeah, but that's a team that they don't shoot a whole bunch of threes and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
They're more physical, and they're a team that they bring their hard hat with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would favor them going into the playoffs if the referee continued that trend.
Right. Yeah.
Another team out of the West.
I mean, Denver's a big team already.
Yeah, but Denver ain't. I would say they're halfway physical and halfway. They so because they shoot a lot of threes as well.
Yeah, I mean, but threes don't make you finesse. I don't feel like. I mean, depending on how you get them, like.
And they big man don't really back you down. He's not.
I mean, he'll do that though. I mean, he'll do it. He'll get you however you want it.
He'll sit there and hit you with a little jump shot,
Mm-hmm.
a little jump, a hook, a little. You know what I'm saying? And
Jokic will give it to you however you want it, man.
Yeah, but I don't see him as being a prototypical type
No.
center that backs you down and get position.
He just got all the tools in his box, man. And
He does.
And he's just like, all right, screwdriver time. All right, let's get the wrench out.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't like.
He ain't got the hammer though.
Yeah, he ain't like Shaq where he got the hammer in there, but he don't use it all the time.
He got a short handle on his hammer. He got the little baby hammer. He got a mallet.
He gonna pull it out, man.
But he got everything else sharp.
He gonna use everything. Man.
He got everything else is sharp, but you know his hammer is.
It ain't like Shaq where he just hitting you with the hammer every time, like oh yeah.
Or Moses Malone, you know what I'm saying, or something like that.
The role player.
Or
who? You called him a role player.
No, I said he was a complimentary player. Even though he won the MVP,
he was a support player.
Even though he won the MVP, you know, yeah. And that's only because Dr. J was like Steph Curry when Kevin Durant came. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is my card player. Understand that. But I'm gonna let you drive. Go ahead. Go on do what you gonna do. And I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Don't forget, you know, I'm still the man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know. But, you know, that's all, you know. Cats like Patrick Ewing, they had that hammer where they Artist Gilmore. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember Artist Gilmore. Artist Gilmore, boy. You gotta know about art, boy. You gotta know about art.
Oh man. So I think a team that is not going to benefit from this would be your Warriors, though.
Yeah, because we take so many jump shots.
Letting them play physical with Steph and them, that's going to be it'll be tough for them. So it's going to be interesting to see, man. So I just wanted to put that out there for people to keep an eye on this and see how this. Because if you just kind of be a fan where you kind of parachute in and parachute out on games during the season, kind of focus in on this and catch a couple games now
and see
how the vibe of the game is now. I just wanted to put that out there and for the fans to hear and for you too to if you haven't peeped it to check in on it and see what you think about it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. What else you got?
That's it, man. I think that's good, man.
Okay. So at the top of the league is in the East is Boston.
Yep.
With
Milwaukee number 2.
Milwaukee number
Cleveland
2.
3.
Cleveland, okay. And so in the West is
Denver and OKC in the tie.
Is Denver
and OKC tied.
Oh, they tied?
They tied. They tied.
Okay.
And then Minnesota game out.
Okay. So hey, it's coming down to the stretch run. You know, everybody got to nuzzle in and jockey for their position.
Yes,
sir. They want to make some noise. And my Lakers, no, not my Lakers, but your Lakers and the Warriors, they got to get out of that spot that they're in, but I don't see them moving. I don't see them moving up. I see them staying in the same spot, 9th and 10th.
I think the Lakers can move up. I mean, I think the Warriors can move up too if they, as long as Steph can get back. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna watch that game tomorrow and see how it looks being officiated. Warriors and Lakers with them calling the games like this now. Just see what that does. Like if they can put physical defenders on Steph and they can kind of make it uncomfortable for him. We'll see.
But that guy's he's like a wizard, a magician, and his handle is. To where it probably won't affect him, but it might affect some of the other players on the team. But him, it ain't going to affect Mr. Curry. It ain't going to affect Wardell.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But, I ain't going to go back and forth with you. It is what it is. I said what I said. And, this is what we do when we throw.
Peace. 2 for y'all. 1 time for the 2 time.
We doubled up.
Yes, sir.
Don't think we just be wearing these clothes over and over.
See y'all next week.
All right.
Yeah, it's jumping like jumping. You said jumping.